Hi folks, Chuck Jabberwock here, voice of the Chicago Cubs baseball, but we are not here for another perfect example of America's greatest game. No, we are here today because my wife is filing for divorce. That's right, it was only 3 months ago that I returned to the home plate that is my actual home to find my bags packed and the locks abruptly changed. It was an incredible play that frankly, I did not see coming. And it's the kind of excitement that makes life both worth living and an unending parade of nightmares. Now, obviously, I have a lawyer, Stephen Grassley, a promising divorce attorney out of Oklahoma State, with a batting average of getting at least joint custody of the kids of .307. A statistic that my friends have stressed to me means he loses the kids about 7 out of 10 times, but a statistic that would secure any batter a place in the Hall of Fame. Oh, but eagle-eyed viewers might notice my 3 children wearing the clothes I put on their back at the dugout that is my wife and her lawyer's table, a betrayal that will haunt me till my dying day. Now, when pressed for comment on my behavior, my lawyer said, "Chuck, I need you to sit down and shut up. You seem to be experiencing some sort of mental breakdown." Now, lesser husbands might have balked at such words, but inside this chest beats the heart of a champion. My wife is taking the stand, and what does she have to say? And I saw the texts. Oh, she saw the text. Truly an unforced error on my behalf. But what can I say? When I was still allowed at the dugout, a strip club near the stadium, Trixie always made me feel young again. Trixie, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry I showed up drunk in your backyard. Please unblock me. Mr. Jabberwock, that is enough. Oh, the umpire in the black robes and the gavel apparently has heard me giving this play-by-play and has ordered me to keep it down. Thank you. We're just going to take a quick moment to thank one of our sponsors, TD Bank. For the love of... If you need a bank to hide a bank account full of funds that your wife and her high-powered divorce attorney will never find, think TD Bank. Folks, a hush falls over the crowd in the stadium, or as my lawyer insists on calling it, the courtroom, as the Chase Kiss Cam is wheeled out onto the floor as my wife is demonstrating something. Oh, it seems she's demonstrating a video that she found on my phone. A video that is demonstrating why, yes it is, Chicago Cubs sports announcer Chuck Jabberwock himself locked in a passionate embrace with exotic dancer Trixie. Trixie, once again, if you're hearing this, I miss you. Please call me. You make me feel like a real man. Now, this kiss, and the events to follow, brought to you by Cialis. Cialis, keeping you hard as a baseball bat in defiance of God's will. Now approaching the plate is my former best friend and voice of St. Louis baseball, Brian Brandanowitz. Brian Brandanowitz, a miserable trader out of the Midwest who has been my best friend for a world record 35 seasons, apparently has been stealing my home plate for the past 6 months. He's been f***ing my wife, if that wasn't clear. And that clarification brought to you by Big League Chew. Big League Chew, because apparently Brian's jaw still works all right. Now, when I first learned that Brian was staying with my wife in the home plate that was our married home for the past 25 blissful seasons, I drove myself to The Diamond, a bar near the stadium where the drinks are always frosty cold and the company overly supportive. After batting in a couple of RBIs, a specialty shot combining rum, bourbon, and Irish cream, I got back in my car and drove back home for a second at-bat in the game of love. Aww. Unfortunately, this is also when I gained the attention of the police. But I knew that if I got caught with a .27 alcohol level, again, I would be facing a 10 to 20 year game suspension. So I sped down the highway, charging a Big League Chew truck, the resulting explosion being suppressed by a giant pink bubble of gelatinous pink sugar. I then started to run towards home plate, sliding in at the last possible second, and that is where Officer Rabinovitz is testifying that he first found me, drunk, passed out, in the crumpled wreck of my beloved Honda Accord. Which brings us all here tonight. Oh, looks like the umpire is about to make his decision, but before that, another word from our sponsors, Nike. A class, yes and is the key to all improv. Can I get some suggestions?
Let's get rid of the immigrants!
Yes. And